Well, here you going, everyone. Josh the Collector Guy. Yes, got some Dale Earnhardt stuff this week. Hope you all had an awesome week this week, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're able to go out and have a little bit of a hunt here and there. Shops, flea markets, swap meets, garage sales, you name it. Hope you all managed to have a little bit of a hunt here and there for the good old die-cast cars. Hope you found some awesome things as well, everyone. Sorry if I sound a bit funny this week. I've got a bit of a cold, I think, but that's not stopping me from doing a vid this week. Got lots of awesome things to share with you this week, as you can already see. Got a few things here from the flea markets. What's this cover mean? Only one thing. We got ourselves a custom, but we'll check that one at the end. Hope you stick around for that. Just as I said, flea market finds. Awesome swap meet finds just here. Went with Dad to a good old swap meet today. Really good. Had lots of fun, and as you can see, found some pretty cool things as well. I'll get to them in a little bit. Yes, the great man, Mr. Dale Earnhardt, found a couple of his cars this week. Actually got these off eBay, actually, so I didn't really find them. Got three awesome ones here, surprisingly off an Australian seller. A big die-cast model here, and also a bag. I'll show that a little bit later as well, the Dale Earnhardt stuff. But first up, start off with these guys here. Went to have a look at the shops, just thought for something different. I do still buy some of the newer Hot Wheels, but mostly nowadays I do buy them just probably to do wheel swaps on them and that. But of course I always buy doubles of my beloved Camaros, of course. As you know, I absolutely adore the Camaros. Had a little look, I found a couple other cars as well, just probably already stuff you've already seen, everyone. But I picked out these ones here because I thought they were pretty cool. The old custom 71 El Camino, absolutely tough as El Camino, probably one of my favourite all-time El Caminos. And found the treasure hunt version, which is pretty cool. I usually don't buy treasure hunts anymore these days because, as you all know, they're probably not as good as they used to be. But that is my opinion, though, everyone. So I thought this was pretty cool because I love Chevys, of course. So this was definitely a must. Very cool indeed. I think actually I got a couple more as well, so I might do some wheel swaps on them, or if not, just crack one out of the packet. I don't know. What do you reckon? Pretty cool. Glad they brought this El Camino back, because as you all know, she did look like this before. Glad to see her back in the lineup. Very nice looking El Camino as well. Very nice. Actually, I believe she is a real car too, if you check out the Hot Wheels videos on their channel. And of course, as I just said, you know I adore my Camaros. Got the old Copo here. Real production car as well over in the USA. All built for drag racing. Love her in red. I actually got a white. She actually came out in white. I got a custom one of the white one I haven't shown yet, but I'll assure you I'll show my custom version of it in a much later vid. So can't wait to do a wheel swap on this beast. Absolutely tough as. Love her in red. Absolutely love it. White looked pretty good as well. So we'll go to the flea market finds, I reckon now. Went to the good old flea markets again. Surprisingly had enough time to go to them after the swap meet this morning. This is what I got. I got a few things here. 2 Matchboxes for Dad. He loves his London buses, and surprisingly that mechanism still works, which is pretty cool. Very big, weighty model. Old made in England, you know I love seeing that. The old made in England Matchboxes and Lesnies and that, you definitely know they're old. And the old little bug here, Dad loves his Volkswagens as well. Old 68, so I reckon she'd be from 69 maybe. It's amazing seeing the difference between the Hot Wheels and the Matchboxes during those years. It's amazing how each die-cast manufacturer manufactured their cars to compete with each other. It's really cool to see. And all these here, probably just other stuff you've probably already seen as well. Probably nothing to dwell on too much. Got the old custom Chev truck there. Now the one with the thinner stripe is the more harder to find variation. Thought I'd pick this one up anyway. Got it for pretty cheap as well. Got the little Chevy SSR. Now I quite like these little trucks. I really do. If I had the opportunity to own one, I certainly would. Absolutely love it. Very cool. I know a lot of people probably don't like the shape of it. A bit of an odd shape, but still love it. Really cool. I actually remember seeing a real version of these over here in Australia at a car yard. many years ago. This one might get a wheel swap, I don't know, what do you reckon? Looks pretty cool. Looks like it's got an old sort of car design to it, but more modernized, if that makes sense. Yes, another Camaro. I probably had this already, but thought I'd buy another one anyway. I need to go through my boxes to see what Camaros I do and don't have. And the old cop rods, I remember these. Didn't see too many though here in Australia, I don't believe. Got the old Chevy Silverado, very tough Chev truck. I know there's a few variations of the cop rods, the military rods, and I think the fire rods are quite hard to find. I'm not sure what is or isn't. I don't really keep up to date with the newer stuff with the pricing, but we'll just drop that one on the ground, excuse me. I think a few of them are worth quite a bit of money because I think there was pretty limited production for these. They're very cool nevertheless. All the emergency and military stuff's always cool to get. Now we get to the swap meet finds today. As I said, went with Dad to a swap meet. Always good to go with Dad. Have a little bit of fun. Dad picked up this Magilla Gorilla truck. He loves these trucks. And I think he'd probably tell me I act like a Magilla Gorilla sometimes as well. And I'd probably tell him he acts like a Magilla Gorilla too. Little joke there for you. Got the old other ones on the back there. Flintstone, Scooby-Doo. Love that GMC panel. Really cool little set. And good old Hanna-Barbera. Very, very good cartoons from back in the day. I really like Top Cat. Very cool cartoon. Of course, you gotta love the Flintstones and Scooby-Doo. And of course, Mr. Yogi Bear. So that was very cool. Dad was pretty happy with that. He loves those trucks to bits. Got this old Chev Suburban here. Very cool looking truck. Don't think this model's been produced that often, to be honest. If not at all. Very cool. I think she's at least from the 90s or 2000 yet. Very cool indeed. Glad to have picked this one up. Very cheap as well. Old Corvette Stingray here. I don't think that's a treasure hunt. Really don't think it is at all. Not sure what it is. It might be an international card. One of the more futuristic looking vets General Motors have produced. The old Stingray 3. Very cool as. Love it. And how tough is this? The old 57 Chev on the old Matchbox card. This would have been from when I was a kid too, maybe. Oh, 95, yeah. Pretty much when I was getting into it back then, around 95, 96. Very cool. Brings back a few memories, these old cards, with the bright fluoro orange and the fluoro yellow with a bit of black. Love it, absolutely cool as. And how cool getting a 57 Chev. Everyone knows I love my Chev stuff. And I usually don't pick up a lot of M2s, but I had to get this one. How tough as is that little Chev truck. So cool. Very weighty as well. Big old exhausts there, look like shotgun barrels. Old Chevrolet written on there. Absolutely love it. Tough as looking little truck. Very, very cool. Just a few loose ones here as well. The old, I think it's Maritini Porsche here. I think I said that right. I hope I did. Very synonymous with the old racing. And I'll drop her on the roof. Pretty sure they had a Can-Am car of this back in the day as well. And I believe in the Formula 1 there is a... They do have the Maritini still, I think. I could be wrong, though. Could be wrong, and I think she's missing a spoiler. But very cool. Probably one of my favourite Porsches as well. Old Tamika as well. I probably didn't say that. Love my old Tamikas. Very cool. Old Blown Vet here. Now, this variation's probably a little bit harder to find compared to the Chrome variation, the Chrome trim variation. I remember this car greatly as a kid. Also, I believe I had the fluoro pink version as well. Very cool. With a big bad blown big block Chevrolet in her. Love the old vets. Brings back a lot of memories, this model as well. Now, the old Redline for the week. She's a bit of a beater, but she's a bit beat, but she's still neat. That's what I like to say. The old Ice-T, old Tom Daniel design. Actually worked for Monogram back in the day. And I believe it was Monogram Models was actually owned by Mattel at one stage as well. And old Tom Daniel made a couple of models as well for Hot Wheels with the school bus, the Red Baron, and I think there was a couple more as well. This was another one of his more well-known ones. Absolutely love this model. Got a mint version of her, but I couldn't resist the old beaten up one. She's got a bit of character to her. Unfortunately missing the top, but who knows, might track one of them down one day. And what does that leave us to? Well, of course, Mr. Dale Earnhardt Sr. You know I absolutely adore the man from the NASCAR. Love him. Absolutely love him to bits. Always love finding cars of his, finding out new information of his as well. Got these off eBay, as I said, but I'll show you the bag first. Got that off eBay. Pretty cool, that. Got it with the bigger die cast as well. Absolutely love it. Got to use it at the swap meet today. She came in handy, the old bag. Very cool. Brings back his great GM Goodwrench service Chevrolets. Really love it. Absolutely cool as. Now this one as well. This one's pretty cool. I'm not sure what win this one's from. I should have researched it as well. Very cool. Opening bonnet, opening tailgate as well. And all the confetti on the ground there on the box actually came in the box as well, which is pretty cool. Maybe I might have a little celebration afterwards of his great wins. Very cool indeed. Great detail in these models. I'm quite hooked on collecting these now. Hopefully I'll get some more off eBay at a later stage. Very cool indeed. And it's actually got more or less race used trim, you could say. Like you can see he's had a little battle there and he's come off the best out of it. Very cool. Dale Earnhardt was always known for driving Chevrolets and that, but he also drove a few Fords and I think maybe a Dodge as well in his career as well. Back in the more earlier days of NASCAR, which is hard to believe. I always thought he drove Chevrolets, but still he was great at any car. I'm sure if you gave him a go-kart and he raced around a go-kart track, he'd probably still win. Got another Monte Carlo here. They reckon they're limited edition. I don't know what to, some of these, but very cool. Very nice indeed. The old black GM Goodwrench car. The old Intimidator they called him. I certainly know why. This one's pretty old as well. The 94 one. Must be his old Lumina. 16,000 produced. The 3's around the wrong way, I think. It's positioned wrong. Not really too sure why it's like that. Very cool. Really well detailed, these little models. And the old, what's this one called? Dale Earnhardt Foundation one as well. Glad to get that. Got a little plaque in it as well. A little information there on the back about him. About the great man. Absolutely love it. It was awesome to get these in the mail this week as well. Getting the old Dale Earnhardt stuff. You know I love him to bits. You know I keep talking about him almost every single vid. Absolutely love him. One of the greats of NASCAR, and it's just a real shame he's no longer with us. But nevertheless, still glad to get some of his die casts to remember the great man. Well, that's it of my jabbering this week, everyone. Hope I didn't bore you much, but hopefully I gave you some information I researched during the week about it all, and also just before I actually did the vid as well. Hope you enjoyed, everyone, nevertheless. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. As always, thank you to the subscribers. Whatever you do, whoever you are, always appreciate you just dropping by, leaving a comment, liking, whatever you do. Really do appreciate it. I know I say that a lot, but I mean it, everyone. But before you go, better show you my custom. I almost forgot. Let's have a look. She's a bit big one this week, so let's have a look. Yes, I did a 67 Chevy C10 monster truck. I've been wanting to do this one for a little while now. Very cool indeed. Brings you back to the good old days of the monster trucks where they had all the manufacturers' bodies. It all looked like a normal production truck, but they put her on top of a monster truck frame, if that makes sense. Love the Monster Jam. Love watching it on TV here in Australia. Love Avenger, my favourite monster truck, the good old 57 Chev. But hope you like my custom this week, everyone. Really hope you do. Let me know what you think, if you like it, or if you think I could do another sort of monster truck, let me know. But I love doing my Chevy stuff as the customs. Well, that's enough of me jabbering on this week, everyone. Thank you for watching yet again. And remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. Have a good week, everyone. Thanks for watching.